In what ways does being a part of this church help you live out your witness in daily life?
Sure. So I think that being part of Aldersgate provides me and my family, so many connections and so many connecting points that at this point, because we've been members for a while, it's pretty difficult for me to talk about my life or what's going on in my world without talking about Aldersgate and God's love and sharing that. I think a really good example of that is Messy Church. So that's how my family and I kind of came to be at Aldersgate initially. And now it's something that my kids look forward to. My mom comes with us. My kids want to invite their friends. It's something that gives me an opportunity to talk to other families about. So, that way we're able to share something that's really important to us and that's meant a lot to my family, but also allows us to be a witness to, what God's been able to provide for us here. I think another example is the people of this church that have shown up for us in so many ways at various points in our life and our growing families' lives. Tom and Nancy Angster are a perfect example of that. They were our neighbors. And when our youngest was born, Nancy was the lucky one who got the call at 5 a.m. to come over and hang out with our oldest one while Todd and I went to the hospital. And so I think, through her presence, she was able to be there for us in a time where we really needed someone to help. And she and Tom did that. Blake actually wound up spending the night with them for like 2 or 3 nights before we got home. So, now I can't even tell Benny's story until, without including Tom and Nancy in that, and being able to share again that love that Aldersgate gave to us, and that the Angsters gave to us.
How can we be good stewards of the gospel story we've been given to share?
I think the best way that we can be stewards of the gospel story that we've been given is to live our lives according to it. It's not just about sharing Jesus with others, but it's also having Jesus within our hearts with everything that goes on in life. Everything we do and say and think needs to be rooted in the love and peace and the care for each other that we've been told that's the way we're supposed to live. Care for each other. If we steward our witness in this way, we'll stand out apart from the rest of the world, and people will wonder, where is that joy, that peace coming from? And they'll want to be a part of it too. That's how we become good stewards of our witness.
Hey, Mr. Jerry.
Hey, how you doing, gal?
I'm good. How are you?
All right.
I got a question.
All right.
How do your words, actions, and choices reflect the love of Christ to others?
One of the greatest experiences in my life was my Uncle Jay. I was about 3 or 4. He was about 17, 18. And I was visiting Grandma's house for about 2 or 3 days. And the boys would help take care of us. And Jay, as I said, was my favorite. And Jay had me by the hand one day, and I can see it in my head just as plain as I see you right now. And it's hot. And he said, Jerry. I said, yeah. He said, you want some watermelon? I said, oh, yeah, kids watermelon. He grabbed a little hand. We started walking down into the field. I said, where's the watermelon? He said, wait a minute. He said, wait a minute. We go down here, up. You know how they can do that and tell if it's ripe? I never could do it. So he finally hit one. Hey, this was it. Took his big old hand and popped that watermelon wide open, And I got like good heart in the middle of it. Boy, it's good. He said, get you a handful. And he reached, got him a handful. I reached and got me a handful. Boy, I was eating watermelon.
Yeah.
And I was in heaven. Already got there at 3 or 4 years old. And we got through, and he said, okay, let's go. I say, you gonna leave that? Oh yeah, we do that for the birds. Let the birds have something to eat. I said, okay. And that always impressed me. And then why? But that was showing God's love.
Yeah.
It's showing love to me and all sorts of birds to keep us going, keep things going. And it was a lesson it taught me when I was just 3 or 4 years old. And I've had those kind of instances throughout my life that I've remembered. People says, how do you remember all that stuff? I says, I don't understand why you don't remember all that stuff. It's so wonderful it happened. So that has shaped my life really, and it shaped my Christian life. All through my life, I've seen those things. He has shown me, hey, this is important. Pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
And me having fun while I'm doing it.